Very good afternoon to one and all present here. I feel glad in introducing the speaker, Mrs. Uh, Mrs. P. Hemlata, Assistant Professor, Head of the Department of Computer Science in IFT Engineering College. Mrs. P. Hemlata, presently working as a Senior Assistant Professor and Head in the Department of Computer Science in IFT Engineering College. She has done her undergraduation and post-graduation degree in Anna University, and she received the Best Engineering College Teacher Award from ISTE for outstanding contribution in teaching and research activity. She also received the Class A Award from IIT Bombay for successful completing the robotic task and TTB challenges funded by MHRD. And she also received sponsorship from IIT Bombay for participating ELSI 2019 for successful completing TBT challenge, and she also received Young's Researcher Award from SSN College of Engineering, Chennai. And she also had more than 50 publications in both conference and the journal papers. Now I request Ms. P. Hemlata to take over the session. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Manigandan. And good afternoon, all. Can you all able to hear me? Am I audible? Sir, am I audible, sir?
Yes, ma'am. It is, ma'am. Yes. Audible.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you. Participants, is the screen visible? Is the screen
ma'am.
visible?
No, ma'am.
Sir? No.
No, ma'am. Not.
Okay.
Not visible, ma'am.
Okay, okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, now, ma'am? Yes. Yeah, it's present. Sir, is it visible now, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Now it's fine, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Okay. Okay, right. Uh, hope you all had a wonderful session and an excellent knowledge sharing session in morning. I'm sure there is no any other introduction about sentimental analysis other than their presentations. That was an awesome one. Here, what we are going to discuss now is some of the cool steps of the sentimental analysis. And you all know my topic, what I'm going to handle is what are the real-time applications that harnessing sentimental analysis. That means the applications that are using sentimental analysis in a profitable way, right? In a fascinating way. Right.
Ma'am,
Okay.
sorry for interrupting, ma'am. Just put your screen as just make a presentation, ma'am.
Yes.
Put
Okay. Is it okay now?
Yes, ma'am. Now it's fine.
Okay. Right. Well, now I'm not going to share any technical definition and some of the technical steps putting on to the sentimental analysis. We are going to discuss some of the cool steps that we are crossing in our day-to-day life. And at the end of the session, I'm going to run a small project on Twitter sentimental analysis using text block that you people can do by yourself, right? So these are all the things we are going to see now, right? Okay, so why this sentimental analysis got this much of hype nowadays? Because a doctor can't track all the patient's heartbeat manually, right? It is not possible to track all the patient's heartbeat manually. The same thing happens with the audience online because every product is launched online, everything becomes automated. So the company can't able to check the pulse of each and every customer's manually directly. So what they are going to do to increase their productivity, to increase the income of their company? Yes, they are going to check the pulse of the customer by the text sharing by them over the online. That we all know, right? Okay. That's why sentimental analysis is a genius invention nowadays. Without sentimental analysis, the customer, the company or the industry can't know what people actually are thinking of their brand and of their product. So these screenshots, some of the pictures I have shared in the screen that we have normally we have come across to throw these kind of the sheets, right? Please submit your feedback, please submit your any suggestions you have, please post your suggestions. So these kind of things we are crossing in our day-to-day life. We all know that one, even in a food delivery app, starting from the food delivery app, and ending up to the costliest product, or any e-commerce company. They all need the customer feedback because they want to increase their the productivity, and they want to what the launch their brand to be in a worldwide. So they need the a customer's feedback. So that much important, and they plays a vital role in the increase the productivity of their company. So where comes the sentiment analysis? So how to perform the sentimental analysis? It is a way to identify the tone and emotions expressed through written or spoken online communication. Um, Whether it may be in a written or a oral online communication. It is just a way to identify the tone and emotions. So it can also be called as opinion mining or emotion AI. We can also say it as an emotion AI. So what it actually performs, it performs some data mining, it processes our results, that means our text and our emotion results, and it's going to extract the public opinions out of the text. So out of the text, it has to extract the opinion of the text, and at the conclusion, they have to come up with some valuable insights. Right. So this is what actually happened in the sentimental analysis. And using this opinion mining, what they actually does. So what they are going to do. So what this opinion mining is, it is able to, the opinion mining can detect our emotions, whether we like the product or we dislike the product. It is useful to detect the emotions that has been that has been shared online, and it is a way of extracting opinions. What is the actual opinion they have shared about the product? Then you can come up with some creative actions of empowering your brand, not only from the marketing perspective, and also we can know what are the pros and cons of our product also. Right here, what is this opinion is made up of? It is a small expression, that is the opinion. It consists of the three main attributes, that is the opinion holder, which subjects to the subject, and this subjects to the polarity. Right. So what is this opinion holder? Who are the opinion holders? It's nothing but a person. Okay. So we are that means the customers or consumers or the industry person, that is stakeholders who are involved in that brand. Right. The person that can come up with a certain opinion and express this. Who is going to express this? So that is the opinion holder. And the subject is the exact topic the opinion that is the opinion relates to. And then the polarity. So polarity is the emotions that accompany that opinion. That means opinion in the sense whether I'm dislike or like the product or dislike the product, whether I'm giving the positive review or the negative review. So that is the thing I'm saying it as an opinion, right? The exact topic the opinion relates to, and the polarity in the sense whether my emotions, what my emotions are. That is whether it is a positive, negative, or it is a mixed reviews and that things, right? In this, it is a clear formula. The opinion holder is our target group. So they are the ones they are going to share their opinions through the online, and by their opinions only we are going to get some valuable information for increase our productivity of our brand, right? And then it is a target group. The subject is your brand. That means the exact topic what the opinion relates to. That means whether we are going to sell a watch or any the electrical appliances, right? Here it is their brand, that is the industry or a product or a service, and the polarity is a set of emotions that you trigger, right? So this is a clear formula of the opinion mining. The opinion comes in all the shapes and sizes, because in the digital world the opinion is expressed on the review sites, forums, blog posts, and social media. But we can't crawl all of them. We can't study all of their suggestions and the opinion that has been shared on the social media. It is not an easy task. I bet you it is not an easy task. So how to make some useful information from the tons of opinions and suggestions that have been shared on the online. That is a difficult task. So there comes the sentimental analysis into a picture. How you are going to how you are going to integrate all the things, and how you are going to come up with some useful information from that suggestion that are shared in the online. So that's the thing we are going to see in this sentimental analysis that we all know. But the emotions, when we are talking about the emotions, there are about over 36 emotions in the sentiment dictionary. That means ashamed, guilty, hurt, hostile, angry, rage, hateful. So this kind of 36 emotions are available in our sentiment dictionary, right? But we can't come up with all, we can't analyze all the 36 emotions into the into the real world, right? Sorry, into the action, into the concluded action, right? But then what we are going to do, we are going to narrow it down into the classification based only on the three main sentimental the labels. The first label is a positive and the negative or the neutral sentimental. We are going to narrow it down, and we can make the sentimental classification based on three things. One is a positive, negative, and the neutral one. Because the most of the algorithm that what we are doing is so based on these three emotions only, we can't come up with all the 36 emotions. Okay, right. So what are all the things we are going to see now? In this session, I'm going to explain how we can use this sentimental analysis to power up your business. How the sentimental analysis is going to play a role in power up your business, and in what way we can increase your brand reputation and your product reputation, and all these kind of steps you are going to see now. So it is it's a small introduction session. I'm not going to take up too much of your time, and at the end of the session we'll have some a small demo on how to perform the sentimental analysis using text block, right? Well, the first thing is social media monitoring. That is how the sentimental analysis is going to power up your brand. The first thing, the social media monitoring. We can use a sentimental analysis by performing social media monitoring. So what this involves, it is actually the tracking of online brand mentions. Online brand mentions and subsequent responses of that particular post or brand, like that. Here, why this monitoring plays a major role? How it help in your business productivity? It means it keeps your brand at the top of the messages before they might become viral for the wrong reasons. They also help you to maintain a positive brand image among the consumers and identify the potential influences. Right, because the thorough monitoring of the social media monitoring helps you to bring up your brand into a more positive way. Because it not requires a random monitoring; it needs a full-time monitoring for making your brand to be in an updated status. Right. Here, a social media sentimental analysis tells you how people feel about your brand online. Right. And rather than the simple count of mentions or comments, sentimental analysis considers emotions and opinions also. Because it is not possible to extract what the customer actually feels about your project. It is not able to read out all the possible suggestions that has been given for a project. So we need to consolidate them. Okay, so that the sentimental analysis, they consider only the emotions and opinions of your particular projects. And here can read beyond the simple definition to detect the sarcasm, and they read a common chat acronyms like the lots of love, the rolling on the floor. So these kind of the text that we are going to extract, and we are going to check whether what the people actually feel about your project. So the social media monitoring plays a vital role in the sentimental analysis for branding your project into a next level, right? And the next thing is, why is social sentimental analysis very important? Why it is very important? Because the thorough monitoring of your customers and of your projects in the social media platform is so brings your project to the next level. So why it is important? The first thing, you can understand your audience, right? Because the ongoing social media sentimental analysis can alert you quickly when customer preferences and desires change. Okay, so one of the customers may have may have liked the project today, and due to the climate or any some reasons they have they may dislike the project. Sorry, they may dislike your product on the next day. So it depends upon their opinion and their emotions and their environment. So it may vary from one day to the next day, from hour to hour, or even second to second. So it may vary. So the thorough monitoring of the social media helps you to understand your audience. So the sentiment analysis helps you to understand your audience, even a fraction of the second, hour to hour, even a minute to minute, right? In that way, it can improve. So here are some of the links I will share you to understand your also what the people actually shared about the project, about your product from. So it will vary from second to second. So it varies from a person to person. So the thorough monitoring of the social media about your project is so much important. And the next one is how to it is very much helps in improving the customer service. So how it will improve our customer service? It can alert your service, and it can support your teams to any other issues they should be aware of. And then your company can prepare a proper response strategy or a script. And you may even learn about the issues with a particular product run or a or any module of the product. So these kind of the things may happen when we are doing the social sentimental analysis, right? and and we can tweak the brand messaging and the product development, because as you monitor the social sentiment over the time, you will start to understand how your messaging can influence the way your followers feel about you, how your followers feel about you, that you can able to understand by their messaging. And thereby following the trends and investigating the spikes in the positive or negative sentiment, you can learn more about what your audience really wants, right? And we can tweak the brand messaging of your product development, right? So this way the social sentiment analysis is very much important. And then you can understand where you stand in your mind, actually where you are, whether are you in a right position, are you in a good what are you in a top, or are you in a medium position, or you're in a low so that position you can able to understand by monitoring the social sentiment analysis. In that way, the Twitter sentiment analysis, Facebook sentiment analysis so helps you to take your brand to the next level, or to improve your brand to the next level, right? So monitoring helps you to understand where you stand in your business ecosystem, where you are standing in the society, in the market. This in turn help you reach the right audiences with the right messaging at the right time. It can also help you to understand in which areas your business you are really excel, in which area you are so much excel, and where you might want to improve. So that and all the things you can come up with when we are doing the social sentiment analysis. So that's what I have said in there already. I'm going to just share about the cool steps of the sentimental analysis, and I'm not going to go too much technical. At the end of the session only, we are going to see a small project used for performing the sentiment analysis for the social media data, right? And the next thing, customer support. This is so much important when we are performing sentimental analysis in the shows in social media. So how it enhances this customer support? The customer experiences will be a differentiation between the successful business and the unsuccessful business. Okay, in our global marketplace, the customer experience is the most important thing. Here, the customer the experience is a top priority for your business in the next 5 years. Means yes, it is, because that's a survey that saying 45.9% of the people have said the customer experiences plays a major role in improving our business, rather than pricing and the product. The customer experience is an important thing for improving our business. So how my sentimental analysis is going to play a major role in improving that customer experience? Yes, by collecting the by collecting the reviews and suggestions and the correct classification of your reviews and suggestions into positive, negative, and the neutral, you can improve the customer experiences in a successful way. And when there is a customer experience gap, that there's a ton of room to grow. Many companies, when it is realizing a successful the experience approach, because if there is a gap between the customer and your product, means there will be some customer experiences gap that will falls in your product. If you are not getting the reviews and suggestions from the customer, there are tons of companies are waiting outside to fill that vacuum, right? So you are not allowed to allow your customer to go out of your company. You have to be with the customer, and you have to get the suggestions from your customer in a daily basis, right? So the customer support plays a major role when we are talking about the sentimental analysis. So in the and then what a positive customer, if you are getting the reviews, and if you are doing some analysis with the reviews, so what it will lead to? Yes, it will obviously it is increase your profit, and it will increase your spending, and it will lower your customer check, right? And then the next thing, then what the real time the application, by using the sentimental analysis, we can do some brand monitoring and reputation management. That means you have to, the most popular application of the sentimental analysis is the brand monitoring. Okay, because the bad reviews or a good review, the no longer you'll have you leave them, the worst situation will be. Because if there is a bad review, surely the company will take some necessary action to come up with some good positive ones, right? And it will with sentimental analysis tools. There are a lot of tools that are available for performing the sentimental analysis. So the company can easily able to know whether my brand is getting any negative reviews or not. Immediately the customer can able to know. So the brand monitoring is so much important, and it is an excellent application of a sentimental analysis. Not only that, you can also keep track of your brand image and the reputation. Reputation means a good name over the time or at a given moment. So you can monitor your progress by using the sentimental analysis. We all know what is the sentimental analysis is. Yes, right. Whether monitoring this news stories, blogs, forums, and for the information for your brand, you can transform this data into a useful information into statistics by using the sentiment analysis tools. Yeah, right. So what it leads to when we are doing some brand monitoring and reputation management using the sentimental analysis? So what are the takeaways? The first thing, you can ensure the higher sales, isn't it or not? Yes, because by establishing a long-term relationship with its customers and consistently maintaining the quality and service level. Because when we are keep on the receiving the reviews and the positive or negative or the neutral reviews on of our particular product, we can ensure the higher sales, because we will keep a necessary action when we are getting the bad reviews for a longer time, right? So we can ensure the higher sales, and then we can provide a competitive edge. So what is that? By becoming familiar and well known amongst the customer, friends, and family as a go-to brand, you can maintain some competitive edge with the customers. And then we can turn customers into a brand ambassadors by making them inclined to share the positive experiences and a word of mouth recommendations. For example, so what this actually is, we can turn the customers into brand ambassadors, because if any customer is loyal to our company, if you are giving some incentives, or if you are giving some bonus points to the customers, so what they obviously the customer will do, they will keep on posting the positive reviews. At least what will happen, our brand will become increasing, and then the positive reviews of our particular product is getting increased. So in that way, we can turn our customers into a brand ambassador. So it is a good trick and idea to keep our business in a productive way, right? And then it can impact the business expansion. So how it have the impact with that? That is, it giving the management confidence to tap into a new market and expand the operations of the company or its project or its product lines and offering. That means it gives a management confidence to tap into a new market. That means so what the management will do if the analysis result is in a positive way, I can easily expand my business by introducing some new products into my company. In that way, it will be so useful for me. Sentimental analysis is so useful for me. And then I can retain the employees. How I can retain the employees? For example, in your Swiggy and in your Zomato app, they will be asking, so what is the rating for this the delivery partner? So like that kind of things will be asked. Then you will give the 5 star or the 4 star like that. So what it actually turns into, if you are giving some more good points to a particular person, means surely the incentive and there is some of the bonus or the high points will be given for that particular employee, so that you can retain the employee for a longer time in your company. Because rather than posting a new employee and you have to educate the employee for with all your the company rules and regulations, we can retain our employee, so who is getting some good reviews from the customers. In that way, the sentimental analysis is a very good thing, and it's a genuine way for doing the brand monitoring and also the reputation management, right? And then the last one, I think, yes, it's the last one. We can listen to the voice of the customer. Yes, we can listen to the voice of the customer. Imagine the internet to be in a huge shopping mall. Imagine the internet to be a huge shopping mall. Do you know whose voice would be there loudest in the mall? Consider the internet to be a huge shopping mall. Do you know whose voice would be more loudest? Not the brand, not the marketers. It would be that of the customers. Okay, so your brand not going to speak out. Your marketers are not going to speak out. Only the customers will going to speak out of your product. Okay, so that is a business equation. That is a famous saying. That is a statement. The customer is always right. Even though your product is right, what your customer saying is always right. Okay, if your product is bad, your customer saying it is good, yes, it is good, because the customer saying is a end. So that will be what so whatever the customer says is always right. So that's a powerful saying on that. So we have to, so why I'm saying this, there is a power for the voice of the customers, right? So by this sentimental analysis, we can communicate with our customers what works and what doesn't. Will help you to create a personalized customer experiences, right? So the voice of the customers is more and more important. When we are talking about the voice of customers, there will be two takeaways. The first thing is we can get the experiences. From getting the voice of the customers, you can get the experiences, and then you can came to know about the expectations of your project. Okay, so by using the sentimental analysis, we can come up with the experiences and also with the expectations, right? Here, and then there is one question: whether the customer feedback and the voice of the customer is same, means not. Now, because both the customer feedback and the voice of the customer is not same. That is, the feedback and it is not equal to the voice of the customer. Why? Because actually the feedback is the reviews. The feedbacks are the reviews and ratings and some suggestions in the text form on that. But the voice of the customer is overall the sentiment. That means the emotions, what your customer actually trying to speak with you. Okay, so the feedback is not equal to the voice of the customer. So it is the actual emotion of the customer on that particular time. We can able to come up, we can able to know what your customer is actually think of your project. We can come up with the actual emotion of your brand. Okay, so this feedback and voice over customer is not equal. Okay, so what this voice over customers plays in the sentimental analysis? Because I'm going to take the voice of the customer. We can take the voice of the customer from the customer interviews. for the in-app surveys and the live chat and the social media polls and by many means you can get the voice of the customers. And what you are going to do with the voice of the customer after getting the voice of the customer, we are going to process the text using the sentimental analysis tools, and from that we can able to know what is the actual status of our brand. So that is a real thing we actually need to increase the productivity of the business. That's the thing we want, right? So we can able to listen to the voice of the customers from these and all the things. So what I am telling is, from these ways we can able to get the what is the actual opinion of your product. Right. So these are the ways we can the sentimental analysis play a major role in the real-time applications. These are the real-time applications where the sentimental analysis actually plays. Right. So we'll end up with the session and we'll see a small demo on doing a sentimental analysis using a text block. Right. Actually, I'm having a code here. Okay. Okay. Right. See, I'll share this code to your convener, and you may also try the code. So we all know what is the real importance of sentimental analysis and how the data is going to play a major role in branding your product, right? And increase the productivity of the business. So each and every technology actually so what is the end point of that? It is going to help to some other, help the society. Here, who is our target audience? Our target audience is the industry person. It is a company. Okay, the owner of the company, or the people who are running a company, or doing some business. Our target audience is a business professionals. Okay, so we are going. So how we are going to help them with our technology? So that's a simple thing, right? Here, we are going to do a small sentimental analysis by using some simple code. You might also try this code by your own. It is it will running. Okay, and then for performing sentimental analysis, we need to import a Python library called this text block. So what this text block will do? Okay, what this text block will do? It will help you to access the Twitter API with the Python. Okay. So what we are going to do now is we are going to get the Twitter data. Okay. By using this API, we are going to accessing the messages and the text that has been shared in the Twitter. Okay, the Twitter actually they are giving the rights to the customers, not full rights. That is a limited set of rights to the users, so that we can able to access their Twitter data. So how to get this means you have to go in for this link. So please note down the link. Yeah, https://apps.twitter.com. While you're clicking this link, you'll be redirecting to a page where it'll be like this. Yeah, you'll get a dashboard like this. Okay. So why we are doing this means we need to get the Twitter data, and we are going to classify the Twitter data into positive, negative, and neutral. Okay, so what the actual opinion of the customer, so what the customer actually thinks about any product or brand or any the political party or any film. Yes, it's a movie review which has been plays a major role in whether the movie is a hit or flop is based on the social media rating only. Okay, yeah, because before going to the movie, all people are searching the internet whether the movie got a good rating or not. Yes, because so that's the power of the social media now. So to do our analysis, we can't do with our inbuilt text. So we are going to use the exact text that are available, that are circulating in the Twitter. Right. For that, you need a Python library for processing the textual data, because in the Twitter. everything has been the shared with the text or so here we are handling only the text or not. We are going to deal with any what the pictures or the voice commands like that. We are going to process only the textual data. For that, I am going to use the library for processing the textual data. It is a simple API for dividing the common language processing, such as it will do all sets of NLP tasks. We all know what is NLP task. That is a part of speech and the phrase extraction and the classification, the translation, and all the things it will do. Okay, we have to import that the Python library in our program, right? And then we need to import the open source Python package that is which is a convenient way to access the Twitter API with the Python. It is going to it is going to provide you all the API packages with the Python, and the TweetPy includes a set of classes and methods that represents the Twitter models and API endpoints, and it transparently handles various implementation details. So that TweetPy package we need to import in your program. Okay, so this is an object name, and pandas, we need to import the pandas. Then only you can able to come up with a table like format, that a data frame like format, because the output will consist of some rows and columns. So for that you need a pandas library. Okay, for doing some data analysis to get the data in the tabular form, we need the pandas. Okay, for doing some data analysis, and this part is a main thing. So how to get this? Okay, how to because at the starting itself I have told we are going to access the Twitter data. Whether the Twitter give their company data to all the users means no. We have to authenticate with the Twitter, correct? Okay, for that you need to go you need to go into that link, and you have to subscribe, and you have to authenticate yourself by giving your mail ID or your mobile number. So then they will provide you a API key and a secret key and all the things. Okay, and the consumer secret key and the access token. So without this access token and consumer key, we can't able to access the Twitter data. Okay, so what we are going to do? We are going to take the Twitter data, and you are going to classify the text into positive, whether the social media data into positive, negative, and then neutral. Okay, so this is what we are going to do now, right? And then we need an authentication protocol. We need an authentication protocol, that is OR, is an authentication protocol that allows you to approve one application interacting with another application. That is my application. It is going to interact with the Twitter application, right? Without giving away your password. In the we are not going to give away any password. We are just they are going to approve us that we are going to link our application with the Twitter application, right? Okay. And then for that you need an OAuth handler instance. In this we have to pass the the consumer key and this consumer secret key. Okay, so you have to authenticate yourself in that link. They will provide you the keys and tokens for you, and if time permits I'll show. Then that you yourself you can try with that link. If you authenticate yourself with that link, it will directly navigate you to the keys and tokens section. In that they will provide you the consumer key and the secret key, and it is one time usable. I think you try it by your own. Okay, and you need to you need to do this you include the instance. Why? Because we are going to integrate our application with the Twitter application. Okay, for that we have to pass the consumer key and the secret key. So what this OAuth handler will do? Yes, once it is approved, it will directly connects with your Twitter with the Twitter API. Right, and then you have to set access token, and you have to they call this access tokens also. And yes, we have to use this instance, and you have to pass the access tokens and the secret token with you. And then this API, what this API will do? So this API is that Twitter, is the TweetPy that I have said no, because it is a package that used to access your Twitter API with Python. Okay, so the object name dot API, and we have to pass these two. That means that is the consumer key and the consumer secret key with the wait on rate limit is equal to 2. So what this means? Whether your rate That means the 600 tweets or 500 tweets. We have to set some limit. No. Okay, so we have to set some limit. That limit is equal to 2. Then only once the limit has been filled means it will be refilled with the new tweets. Okay, you are not getting the same tweets because it is keep on updating second by second. So you have to enable this as true. Then only your tweets will be refilled. Okay, with the new tweets, right? And then you have to call this. You have to include this object into your program. Why? Because it is actually there in your what that in your tweet pipe. See, for getting a Twitter data, you need to include this Twitter. What how is it? No. Yes, it is Twitter application. Yes. Okay. Right. You have to see the documentation for that. So what operation we are going to search means you have to search the words in the Twitter. So what is our objective? I have to search the positive, negative, and the neutral words in the Twitter data. Okay. For that, you need to import this object called as Twitter. It is actually there the inbuilt in this API. They will provide you all the keywords. So this keyword only we have to use. This is not our search word, and this is a module you are going to import from the API. This is a Twitter. That is a module that you are trying to import in your program. Okay. So these are the keywords that you can't change, right? Okay. So you are going to do a search word from the Twitter, and for tweets you have to get the tweets. No, so how many number of tweets you are going to take means I am going to take the top 20 tweets from the Twitter messages that are going to revolve in the online. Okay, so it will be random, or it will be the top most 20 tweets that is decided by the Twitter API only, because this text block and the what and this so the person who are giving access to us, they will decide which 20 tweets I have to give to you. So so this is a part, and the cursor object take care of fetching the result pages, right? The first page and the second page, third page, fourth page. That means for paging effect, you need to import this you need to import this cursor instance, where you have to pass this API search. That means this search, and then we have to pass this object, and the language is English, that we all know. The date since that we can disable, so it's optional. And how many number of items you are going to take? I am going to take only the top 20 tweets. Okay, right. And then what I have to do first, one by one tweet, I am going to store it in a list. First tweet, second tweet, third tweet, fourth tweet, the top 20 tweets. They will give us the top 20 tweets. Who will give you? That means the Twitter.api. What that? The apps.twitter.com is an open forum that we can that they give access, that not a full access, the limited access to the users, that for the experimentation purposes they are giving, right? And then you are going to take tweet one by one, and you are going to append in the list. Okay. Then what you are going to do? You need to convert it into some data frame. We all know what is a data frame. It is nothing but the dividing the data into rows and columns. That is in a tabular form, right? Okay. And then the columns we are named as tweets, and all the data tweets you are going to store it in a data frame. That means in a table form, right? And then so what is my data frame name? My data frame name is tweets, right? And then here it is an important part. We are going to do some regular expression. That means we are going to do some pattern matching. Okay, so what does this pattern matching means? Because this pattern matching, for example, what do you say? The movie is very bad, right? For example, the given text is the movie is very bad, right? So what it will do? It will start matching the patterns one by one. It will start matching the patterns one by one. So this and all the things we have to do in your experiment. Okay. But some of the text may consist of emojis also. Some of the text may consist of emojis also. So for that, we need to convert into some regular expression, okay, to convert it into some textual format. Okay, so you need to, so any the data which is in an emoji form, you need to convert it into some Unicode format. So this U represents Unicode. Okay, so you need to convert the emojis into some textual format. Then only you can do some pattern matching. That means a bad. It is matches with the what that should becomes under the negative one. Okay, if it is an emoji, if it is in this format, I have to convert it to some text. Then only it will matches with whether it is positive, negative, or neutral like that. Okay, right. So what I have to do, I have to change the emojis into some textual format. So I am going to classify the emojis also, because the most of the customers, we are not supposed to tell all the customers will share in the textual suggestions only. They can do some they can post some emojis also. So we need to classify that also, right? So we need to change that into some Unicode format. For that only we are using here, and we are going to append each and every the emojis into a that I mean the list, and then you have to call this match group of function. That means we have to grouping, right? If it's the emoji that will convert into some text, means we have to group them into some text. Then only it will match with the positive or negative or neutral. Then only it will be able to match. Okay, and then we have to define one function called as a get polarity. So this get polarity and the sentiment dot polarity and these functions are already being inbuilt in this Twitter dot API. In this API, every code is already pre-written. You just need to call up the function with the correct name. Okay, so we are not supposed to write all the codes. It is already been written in the API itself. You just need to call them. It is enough. Okay, and then get polarity is an inbuilt function that is available in that Twitter API. Okay, right. And then we have to return the text blob. We all know what is in the text blob. It's a Twitter API that is the library to access the Twitter API. And what you are going to access, that you are going to access in this function, you are going to call only, so under this function you are going to call only sentiment dot polarity. Okay, so what it is going to return, so in this access, that means the Twitter access, I am going to call only two functions, that is sentiment dot polarity under this get polarity function, right? And then tweet scores, for getting scores I have to apply the get polarity. Okay, then only it gives a polarity measure. The polarity means it's nothing but a measure of that particular text, whether it is 0 or 1.1 or 2.1. So that is I am saying it is a polarity. So the get polarity, because without polarity we can't able to come up with what whether it is positive or negative or neutral. So you need to know the polarity score, right? So and then you have to do some analysis. So these are the predefined code that is already in the API. You are not supposed to rewrite or anything. So this is simple code just to access the social media, and they are going to do some what classification, some sentimental analysis. That's it. Okay, it is not very the trivial or very the complex one. And if my score is less than 100, 0 means it is negative. It is obviously it is negative. If it is 0 equal to 0, it is neutral or it is positive. So how they fix these kind of measures? How the polarity value of each and everything is measured? Yes, it is already there in your Twitter API. You no need to write any code for the parts of speech tagging and the translation. All the things they have already did. That they have already done. It is already all the codes are already available in the API. You just need to import them. That is enough. Okay. So the performing sentimental analysis, the experiment is so simple. And then here they are giving access to the Instagram post also. Okay, for that you have to use the correct keyword called as Instagram, and you are going to do the same process that inside the cursor, that you all know what why the cursor instance, why the need it will takes care of fetching the various result pages, because it has to fetch 20 pages. Okay, page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4. For the paging effect, you need to import this cursor attribute, and inside the cursor attribute, inside the cursor instance, you need to pass the API search and the object, that is search words 1 here. I am going to access the Instagram messages also. Okay, and the language, my language is English, and I'm going to access only the top 20 tweets. Okay, sorry, 20 Instagram post. And then I have called this function, and after calling the function, I'm going to fetch the first 20 data, that is the top 20 data. Then who will decide this 20? So how this 20 data will come means, it is decided by the Twitter API only. That VPI will decide. So, so what 20 data I have to given to you? Whether it may be top 20, or it may be predefined 20, or it may change every each and every day. Yes, it is a top. The mostly it is top 20. The based on the user, the credentials, whether you are from India or you are from Tamil Nadu. So like that, based on your location, they will offer you some top 20 tweets. And the Instagram post, and in Instagram also you need to compile your emojis into some regular expression, right? And then for each and every text, what you have to what you have to do, you have to search that why, and then we have to perform the get polarity, and we have to apply the get analysis. That means you have to search each and every word. So which word you have to search? First you have to search the brand word, right? That means my iPhone is what? My iPhone is performing very good. Means what is the text? iPhone is a text, put this a text. We have to search that text. Okay. So after searching, what we all do, we have to do, we have to append them with the match group. Okay, whether that the extracted text is matching with the group or not. So after testing, what you have to do, we have to do the two functions. One is the get polarity and get analysis. Okay, what the get polarity will do, it will what it will calculate your polarity score, and what this get analysis will do, it will give you so based on your polarity, it will say whether it is a positive or a negative or a neutral. Okay, and the third module is a Facebook. Likewise, the same the things the Facebook also going to do. We are going to append the text, and we are going to convert the emojis into some Unicode format. That's a we have to convert them to the string. Then only you can do some pattern matching with them, and then you have to search whether is it good or bad, or that particular words are there in your text or not, and then we have to append them with a match group. So this match group, it will match whether your text is comes under the positive or negative or neutral. So that and all the things will happen, and then you have to call the two functions get polarity and the get analysis. And the same way we are going to do the WhatsApp also. And okay, and this is our result page. So this is the top 20 tweets. So these are tweet scores and the tweet analysis. It comes under the neutral, and the Instagram emoji. So this type of emoji the customer has been shared. So these are the top 20 tweets. It is the vary from day to day. It is not fixed. So this is the top 20 tweets that I have received in 2:30 p.m. Okay. So if you run the program after some 2 or 3 days means obviously the tweets has been changed. Okay, and this is my Insta score, and this is my Insta analysis. So my Instagram text is comes under the neutral, and the Facebook data, it is a emoji, it's a fire one, and this also comes under the neutral, and the WhatsApp emoji, it is 100%. So that's a WhatsApp emoji. This emoji is it is converted into some Unicode format, and then from that expression only we can able to do some pattern matching, right? So it is getting the score at 0.33. So obviously it is positive. Likewise, I am analyzing the sentimental analysis and performing the sentimental analysis for the top 20 tweets. It is a simple, very simple experiment that anyone can do. That is how to do a social media sentimental analysis using text block. Okay, and we can import is in the file 1.csv. I have called this function. If I run this means I can able to get this file 1.csv. It is already been stored. It is optional. If you want, yeah, it is just now I have copied here, and you can extract the data. And you have, if you need the data in any Excel file, you can convert the data into a CSV format also. You can download your data by calling this function, that is a df dot to underscore CSV. It will convert this table into a CSV format. So this is a simple experiment of performing sentimental analysis using text block. So far we have seen what are the real-time application, how the sentiment analysis is performing, and what is the role of sentiment analysis in bring up your business, and how to do a social media sentiment analysis using text block. And I'm sure I'm taking only 1 hour. Okay, that's all about my topic. Any doubts? And I'll be sharing that API link and code, this Python and the notebook file to you. You can get from your convener, so that you can perform your own experiments, and don't use the same customer ID. You please use the customer ID. Create by your own, and please authenticate yourself and sign up using the Twitter account, and you can able to perform some analysis by yourself. If you have changed some of the attributes, and you have tried with your own attributes, you can able to come up with some new findings. Thank you. And I thank the conveners of the program, and they are providing the excellent hospitality. And I'm sure it it helps some students in a good way.
That was an enlightening session, Mom. Thank you so much. It was very informative. Now, I request the participants to fill out the feedback forms.
Ma'am, ma'am, thank you so much for your, thank you so much for sharing your knowledge, ma'am. In your busy time, you allocate time for us. I mean, this means a lot, ma'am. And definitely, this would be, help us to take our level to the next stage, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
One small announcement. We will send the certificates to your registered email ID within 1 week, and all the resource materials and the PPTs will be shared through WhatsApp. Now, I'd like to call Dr. K. Jayashree to present the vote of thanks.
It has been my It has been my immense pleasure in hosting the national seminar on role of deep learning in sentimental analysis at Rajlakshmi Engineering College. The participants was very enthusiastic I am thankful to all the participants who attended the seminar. We have been fortunate to have some of the eminent persons from academia and industry. I am sure that the participants must have been benefited by attending the seminar. I thank the management, principal, Dr. S. N. Murugesan, and head of the department, Dr. P. Revati, Mr. J. Manikandan, one of the convener of this seminar, and all the participants for their strenuous efforts, encouragements, and actuating the goal of this seminar. I am very thankful to the CSIR for sponsoring this seminar. Without their generous financial support, it would not have been possible for organizing this event. I sincerely thank our resource persons, Dr. R. Kalpana, Professor, Pondicherry Engineering College, Dr. V. Uma, Assistant Professor, Pondicherry University, Mr. K. Rakesh, Junior Engineer, TCS, Mrs. P. Hemlata, Senior Assistant Professor, IFET Engineering College. I thank the student coordinator, Ms. K. Prashantini, Mr. M. Rishi, and Mr. M. Ramesh. Thank you once again.
Participants, here comes the most exciting part of this program. Yes, it's a time for the photo session. Kindly turn on your camera so that we will click a group photo. So request each and every participant, please switch on your camera, please. I request every participant, please switch on your camera. Okay, thank you, participant. Thank you so much for all your patience to listening the seminar, and you'll be receive your certificate within within a week. So all the study material we plan to upload in all the videos that we have taken is uploaded in YouTube, and the link has been shared in your WhatsApp group and your mail IDs, respective mail IDs. Thank you so much.